facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Curry in at the 1. Now here's LeBron. And that one's good.
Not what they drew up, but they'll take the 2 points.
Cavaliers on D. Iguodala with it. He's picked up by Irving.
The finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Iman Shumpert, an aggressive perimeter defender with lockdown potential. Still very foul prone early in his career, but he's got a chance to be elite defensively as he continues to grow. He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Iguodala kicks to Curry. Iguodala outside. 6 on the shot clock. Again, Iguodala missing. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Good. Here's Iguodala on target from 13 feet.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
Here's James, and he jams it. Now here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court.
They're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
Cleveland leading by 5. LeBron kicks to Irving. James wide open. Iguodala with the steal. Thompson dishes to Barnes. The pass to Iguodala. Over in the corner, Barnes. And it's Golden State with another.
That extra game would matter in the end. Last postseason, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a back-and-forth game 7.
Well, Clark jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The try by Iguodala. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, the Warriors expected and hoped to go farther than the first round of the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit for playing the Clippers as tough as they did, considering they were down multiple centers during that series.
Iguodala against Irving. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up. He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Thompson passes to Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Iguodala's got 6. From deep, LeBron. Kicks it out to Love. James outside. Shumpert dishes to LeBron. Over Thompson. Another miss by LeBron.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up.
Andre Iguodala on a roll.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Warriors lead About the second quarter getting ready to start up. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent.
Great attitude, Kevin.
A real gamer, Doris. He loves the game. Thanks.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
And now, in transition, here we go. Iggy out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Damn, that should be an easy basket.
Back to LeBron. From deep. The shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Iguodala's drive. Into Green.
Draymond.
Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas. Rebounding is one thing that they've
That should have been in there.
looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that match.
Somebody I know might say.
Dang it, my
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back in the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season. Goes to the Cavaliers. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Let's go, Clay.
James with the ball. But he stays with it. And they double up James. Shumpert gets a wide-open look. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky.
He's so reliable, and you know his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
LeBron drives in. Here's Mozgov. Out of bounds. Warriors leading by 3. Baseline J on the way.
Come on,
and it
Iggy.
hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport forward. I think maybe the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
He really didn't give the official any choice, Kevin. Way too much body-to-body contact there. And I'll tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he didn't get hit with a flagrant 2 foul, which would be an ejection.
Yeah, he would have been out of the game if he had in the lead. No good on the 3. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. And we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He'd shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
Oh.
Here's Barnes. Soft touch off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 6.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Mozgov.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve his finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could do better scoring in the paint. That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could they could be in some trouble.
That free throw, no good.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if I...
Can't make that pass.
And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop.
That's his first personal foul.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Curry with it. He has 5. There's the feed
Pass
to
it
Barnes.
inside.
The 3 ball.
Okay.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. As this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Every chance he got, he went into the paint, threw it down hard.
That
There's
foul,
zero
let's go.
defense being played against him.
Now, he has had way too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterizing time.
Come on, Iggy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green.
Kevin Love, I think, solidifying his place last season among the best players in the world. A first-time starter in the All-Star game, and incredible numbers. 26 points, over 12 boards a game in the regular season.
Iguodala with it. Guarded now by Irving. That shot wide open. Thompson's got the first points in the second half here for the Warriors. Here's LeBron. The 19-footer is on the money. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Curry passes to Iguodala. Outside for Curry. Back to Iguodala. Shoots from 14. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, when he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
And there's the call on James. And that'll be
Okay,
his
he wants
3rd
to
foul
reach,
so
that's
far.
fine.
Second team foul.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
That one misses. And Barnes, the top overall recruit in the nation, coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
The try by Iguodala. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Andre Iguodala got off to a hot start last season. He shot 45% from long range through the first 2 months of the season. But after a hamstring injury, his percentages and his aggressiveness all seem to tail off.
There
And
we go.
Steve, for Iguodala, the perfect example of a player who doesn't have to score to help his team win. He does so many other things.
He does, Kevin. He's an excellent defender. He runs the floor. He handles the ball. He's a good passer. And a pretty solid three-point shoot block.
Here's James.
Rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
That's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboard. Well done. Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt,
well said,
Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put. Shot from 12.
Wow.
And he pumps that one in. LeBron's got 28.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 8th assist in the game.
Watch out!
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. Iguodala's drive
With the pass.
into Green. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Green's got 6.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
What a throw down there. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your
Hey,
team.
let's go.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. Warriors lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. LeBron with it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
That's turnover number 5 for him, guys, so he's got to be much better with the ball.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The drive by James. And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 16 points here in the second half.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Here's Iguodala. And another basket for Golden State.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Outside for Curry. The tray. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And that one's good. Jay Brown misses the 3. From the corner. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from James.
Tell you what, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
Iguodala.
Iggy.
Mozgov grabs the board. Here's Shumpert. The shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. James again. Iguodala. Green inside the 3-point line. Bullseye.
Assist goes to.
And the Warriors lead by 5. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Outside, Green. Out to Thompson. The 3. And that one's good. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Good D.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
James has a 2-pointer. Off the left rim and out. Warriors leading by 8. Deflects the pass. The try by Iguodala. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. James in the post. Covered by Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass.
So the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Iguodala, the pass to Kerr. Puts it up from 15. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. Kept alive. The layup off target. Off target from outside. Lebron against Iguodala. Unloads from 13. And again, LeBron James. James has got 42 in the game. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Let's go.
That is good.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the way.
He was the first one to react.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
Here's James. Iguodala with the block. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's Thompson. 3 from the inbound. On deep. Misses there. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Iguodala.